I had someone requested this to me, a fellow Dominican subscriber. She sent this to me, this video. I didn't know what are we gonna do today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. The Dominican Republic in Brazil. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Now, this is a very, very emotional topic to talk about Dominican women. Oh, because we all know when it comes to this Dominican and Brazilian women and culture, that's a very, very key term. The culture. We gotta know about this so-called culture. We gotta understand it. We gotta harness this so-called culture. Now, what are we gonna listen to this brother today regarding the so-called culture of Dominican women versus Brazil? Because when we mean by culture, we know what you mean by culture, bro. We know what you mean by culture.
Dominican Republic, the one thing I do love about Dominican culture is that it's centered around the man. It's centered around family. When I adopted my daughter and her family, man, you talking about embracing me? I think I have not had a hug that big since my own mama gave it to me. And as I said in other video, I feel more at home with that family, that Dominican family, than I feel with my own family here in America. So culturally, we're talking a big difference. Especially if there's a lot of love going on. All right, so we're gonna talk about the gamut of things, but more specifically, culture, how it's raised, about the man. I remember one time I went to the mall, and I went to the mall probably about 4:30, and I told my daughter, mom, and everybody, look, I'll be back. Just give me about an hour. I need to run down the street because the mall was only about maybe a 15-minute walk there, 15-minute walk back. So I figured I'd give myself about 30, 45 minutes in the mall. Of course, that didn't happen because I met a couple of honeys and, you know, conversations happen and all that good stuff. I left the house at 4:30. When I got back, it was 7. Dinner was already done by 5. Nobody ate until I got there. Nobody, which kind of shocked me. And I'm like, well, have you already ate? You know what's left over? And my daughter mom looked at me and was like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? She says, nobody eats until you eat. And I'm like, now I'm feeling bad. I'm like, what the hell? They put, especially if that man is taking care of his family. Notice I said if that man is taking care of his family. That man, I mean, it's like you almost godlike. Honestly.
That's right, God. You feel like God. You down there. You're like God.
You're almost godlike, and that's just one incident. I remember another incident where, you know, we all sitting on the terrace. We outside. We having a great time, and I'm noticing my legs looked a little ashy. I had my shorts on, so I told my daughter go in the room. Look at my bag, give me my lotion, bring it back. So she goes in the room, she brings it back, and her mother, you know, let me back it up. As she's giving it to me, her mother snatches out of her hand and says something in Spanish, something to the effect that, hey, you know, rub your daddy's legs down with the lotion. So I'm watching my daughter, she's doing that, and I'm like, whoa, you know, give me the lotion, what are you doing? And she basically explained to me, because my daughter was bilingual, because I sent her, you know, I made sure that she was fluent in English. That her mother was telling her, rub your dad. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. I was like, nope, nope, nope. And I said, listen, explain your mother. I'm just uncomfortable with that situation. I appreciate it. I love it. I accept it for the honor that it is. But my daughter ain't rubbing down my legs. No. So guess what? She told her sister, who I met one other time prior to that incident, okay, rub down his legs with lotion. And the sister grabbed it, act like it wasn't nothing, rub my legs down. I'm like, shit, this is crazy. Because I can't get this type of, I know I'm not going to get this attention in America. In fact, I know it. I mean, I'm like, I'm sitting up there, and I'm keeping my cool, but my mind is just fucked up. Like, god damn. And
the link will be down below. This oh my god. Oh my god, man. Oh man. Dude, man. Black American guys. Oh my god. If she rubbed the lotion on my leg, oh my god, yeah, I felt like king. Oh man. This is troubling. It's very odd to hear this man speak, because let me ask these so-called brothers a question. Aren't you the same group of men that complained about women in your own Afro-American community, and how they can't that there's so many single mothers, and I won't marry a woman who has kids and all that stuff. But yet when it comes to Dominican women and their single parents or their single children with them, you got no problem wiping them up. The biggest hug I felt so much in love. I felt more alive with the Dominican culture. The culture. Oh, please, Mr. Baby Z. Mr. I got to go overseas. Can you please stop with this whole culture thing? Notice when you mention culture, he doesn't mention the food, historical sites, the gardening, the nice history, the monuments. No, because when he mentions about culture, he has to talk about this woman, because that's what it is. Because the term culture really means an orgasm. Now, I want to take everyone a good look about this. When I adopted, wow, it seems pretty odd to see these so-called Afro-American men so proudly bold and so strong at this man taking care of the home of when he's in Dominican Republic. But yet, why are African American children the least adopted children in the United States? Yet you don't see him adopting no Afro-American children. You look at the stats right here. You look at that all 40% of African Americans are 40 of the African Americans here. You look at the stats here, 40%. No applications. We know one of these kids over 51%. That's pretty troubling. But let's go down further down. If you composite the list down here, you can read down here that in regards to race, most children in our data are characterized by varying percentages of 3 ethnic backgrounds, blah, blah. And let's get down here. 13.1% if the child is non-African American, and 1.1% if the child is African American. Yeah, this is troubling times these days. Yeah, this tells you a lot, and this tells you a lot. Now, this man is so bold. Oh my God. I felt the love over there. I felt this. I felt that culture. I got culture. My daughter. She tried to give me some rubbing oil, rubbing his feet, whatever. I mean, his leg. I mean, it is this. It says, but that's okay. Her sister could do it, and he was happy that the sister did it, but not. Let me tell you something right now. The fact of the matter is this: it's so creepy to hear that. It's so creepy to hear him talk like this. I mean, this is your adopted daughter and her sister. You are a grown ass man. You take the bottle of oil, whatever thing, and you rub it yourself. Don't allow no woman to do that. Oh, but it's part of the culture. The culture centered around the man. The culture, dude, shut up. Just shut up. We know what you mean. We know why you're going overseas, Mr. BBC. We know why. We know why. I keep trying to tell everybody, man. They make it out like if I'm stupid or something. They make it out these people don't know why. These people know in these countries, they know why you're going down to these countries, man. They know why. Especially Dominican Republic, man. Black American men are absolutely obsessed with that country, man. I mean, do you hear the hypocrisy of well, my child was I adopted my child and everything. Well, gee, look at the stats there for the number of Afro-American children are not adopted. No, you don't get two shits. No two shits. But Dominican baby, oh, hell yeah, we'll adopt that. A woman with, women with single parents, unless she's Dominican, that's okay. She has a bad attitude, that's okay. That's all okay. Again, this is why I keep trying to tell everybody, everyone wants to talk about, we're trying to go down there, we're exploring our options, we gotta go overseas, fuck American women, I don't want to go back to the United States, blah, 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 blah. Just look at the beaches over there. Bro, look at you. Now, I know you're getting horny over this picture I'm showing you right now, but look at you. You're fat. I mean, can someone please tell me how American men look like? They're out of shape. They're going to sit there and criticize, oh my God, you got to criticize these American women because all this and that when you don't look the part as well. I keep trying to tell everybody, oh my God, I got to go down to Dominican Republic. Why didn't you go down to Dominican Republic? Tell me why. You tell me why you're so desperate to go to Dominican Republic. You tell me why. Why are these dudes all giddy? Oh man, in a couple of days I'm gonna go to Punta Cana. Oh, in a couple of days I'm going to Santo Domingo. Oh my God, with my homeboy. Oh my God. Yeah, we know why. We know why you're going down there. Now the response they'll get to you is that they're gonna call you a simp. Oh, you're a simp. You're a simp. Now, here's the difference between me. I'm not fighting for pussy. I'm not fighting for women. You guys are doing that. You're spending your money. You're even willing to learn another language and go to another country to try to get an orgasm. And then you try to sit there and justify it. But yet you're not a simp. Oh no, we're just exploring our options. I mean, and then when we talk about culture, what's the first thing we say? The women. Now we gotta take, oh my God, man. It just amazes me how these dudes guys talk. It just dawned on me. And now we need to take a good look what he has to say about our beloved Brazil. Let's take a good look what this brother has to say.
All right. So culture with Brazilian women, Brazilian families. They are, in fact, similar to Dominican as far as having that culture of taking care of their man, taking care of that family. But they're two different, totally different cultures. Remember, Dominican is a Spanish culture that speaks Spanish, that speaks Spanish. Brazil speak Portuguese. Portuguese and Spanish, two different cultures.
Oh man, Sherlock, I didn't knew that speak a different language. Oh man, I'm so such in shock. I am such in shock that you even said that.
Two different languages. Now, if I spoke purely Spanish and went to Brazil, I can understand them a lot more because the languages sort of commingle.
No, you can't, bro. Trust me. No, you can't. Because your Spanish is really horrible. If your Spanish is horrible, I know your Portuguese is really bad, if not worse.
As opposed to coming from America and then trying to understand Portuguese, you just fucked. You just totally lost. To be quite honest with you. But that Spanish culture, versus that Portuguese culture is different. But where I think they commingle is in definitely how they treat the
Now, remember what he said. Spanish culture versus Portuguese culture.
man, how the attention that's paid on the family. I remember I went to Brazil my first time. Went down there for my 50th birthday, and me and my partner ran up on these two young ladies on the beach, and we just asked them come back for a drink, and they stayed with us for like 5 days. 5 days, man. We literally had to put them out, and I'm telling you, day two, went back. 20 minutes later, I'm in the shower. I mean, extraordinary experience. My boy taking care of business. But an hour later, we come outside the apartment. We go to the restaurant. We eat. We wine. We dine. The whole 9 yards. We go back upstairs. We trying to figure out what we want to do for dinner. And the first thing the chicks do when they get back in the apartment is start sweeping up, because we did the Airbnb. And we looking at them like, they sweeping up, make sure everything is clean, make sure everything is neat. We had a couple of drinks earlier, so we left the dish in the sink, make sure the dishes were clean. Man, they just was like, just totally attentive. So it was one of the chicks' birthdays, so me and my partner was like, something, man, let's do something special. It's a significant birthday in the young lady's life. So we went down to the mall. So I told the girl, look, get 2 outfits. I'm gonna buy you what you want. Get 2 outfits. And I'm telling you, man, best decision I could have made. You talking about attentiveness. Just catering to every desire. Man, it was fucking bananas, man. We came back to the spot.
All right. The rest of the video will be down below. He says, I want everyone to look what he just said. And, again, this is something that it's pretty well documented regarding to Mr. BBC himself. Now, there's a statistics that no one wants to talk about, because he talked about the father figure in Brazil, but he will not show you this number. 72% of black kids raised by single parents. 25 overall in the United States. 72% of black kids are raised by single parents. Where are the dads? Where are the dads? But yeah, he won't talk about being the father figure in Brazil. Now, we need to talk about this beach. Me and my partner, you can fill in the blanks, wink, wink. Went down to Brazil. We went down to where? Not the museums, not the gardens, to the beach. And we all know why, Mr. BBC, Mr. I gotta go overseas. I need to explore the so-called culture. We know why he's going to the beach. He's trying to hunt down, search of these orgasms. I like the fact that here's a man. Here are the same group of men that talk about, well, women in this country want to go and spend money all the time, and want us to be sugar daddies, and we're tired of them using our money and all this and that. So that's understandable. You don't want to spend, you don't want to use your money, spend on them to buy stuff, and you feel like you're being used as an ATM machine. I understand that, Mr. BBC, Mr. Pro White, all this, Mr. Pro Black. I understand that. But when it comes to this Brazilian girl, come on, girl, go buy some outfits. I'll pay for it. He's 50 years old. This sounds like a sugar daddy. Come on, girl. Go buy some stuff. Go buy an outfit. I'll pay for it. But Mr. BBC, aren't you the one complaining about women using you for money? But you got no problem cashing out money when you go overseas. Then we have to look at the difference between Dominican culture and Brazilian culture is that one speaks Spanish, it's the Spanish culture. The other one speaks Portuguese, it's the Portuguese culture. And yet at the same time, they'll sit there and bitch about white supremacy and all that. But Mr. BBC, Mr. I gotta go overseas. Isn't Portuguese from Portugal meaning from Europe? Isn't the same from Spanish, from Spain, Europe? Yeah. These are your strong, masculine men. This is, brothers, you gotta go down there. You gotta go overseas. When I went down to Brazil, went down to the beach. We just happened to explore our options. We just happened to be on the beach. We just happened to meet these girls. We just happened to have a good time. And what's wrong with that? You know, I have no idea if these guys are really stupid or they're really dumb. But when they talk like this, it's so much hypocrisy. It's so much hypocrisy. They'll sit there, complain about their own women for being gold diggers, whores, sluts. American women are just a bunch of women after your money. But this dude literally said, yeah, man, go buy that outfit, man. Go buy that outfit, girl. Girl looking good. Oh, she came back. She cleaned. She did this. Oh, my God. She cleaned. She cooked. Oh, my God. I feel in heaven. You are a grown-ass man. You're 50 years old. Go clean yourself. Go cook for yourself, man. Why do you need a maid? they act like they're trying to explore the option, man. And this, this is why I keep trying to tell these people. I keep trying to tell these women that are going to date these men that happen to be going around frequently to Dominican Republic, to these other countries down in Latin America, get an STD check, because that dude's been fooling with a bunch of women. Do you know where they came from? I went to the beach. Why are you going to the beach? To explore the culture. We know what you mean by culture, bro. Notice she said the culture. Was the first thing you mentioned about the culture. The women. Not anything else. No politician, no historical sites, no history, no, none of that. No, even a nice garden center. No. We need to talk about these women. But what's very odd about all of this is that where are the Brazilian women, where are the Dominican, where are these sexy ass Latinas making videos on their own will talking about you guys? Zero. Because they don't give two shits. You guys are idolizing and worshiping women that don't give two shits if you like them or not. You guys are gonna travel down and spend all this money to go down to get some pussy, while you can use that same money to help your local Afro-American community be more involved in these households, because 72% of you are not there, and try to adopt children that are African American, because according to stats, the ones least likely to be adopted are African American kids. but you got no problem dating single mothers from Dominican Republic. You got no problem adopting kids from other countries. You got no problem allowing girls to buy stuff. Don't worry, girl, I'll pay for it. So much hypocrisy, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.